This may be a really bad idea. We're going to see if we can head from Dayton, Ohio to Chattanooga, Tennessee, over 400 miles using only this. Well, good morning. Coming to you from the cockpit of the Tesla. A couple of pretty exciting things have happened since I did my last road trip video. One, I've got the CCS adapter and charger now from Tesla. Two, I have the full self-driving beta package, which is pretty cool. And three, I got a nifty extension cord, which I'll show you guys in a future video, for charging in locations where the plug is not as close to where your car is going to be. Today's trip, we're heading to Chattanooga, Tennessee from Dayton, Ohio, and we're going to see if we can make it all the way just by using this, the Electrify. We're going to use the Electrify America charging station. I've never used it before in my entire life. I have the app set up, but beyond that, that's all I've got. So we're going to go about 410 miles from Dayton, Ohio to Chattanooga, Tennessee, hopefully making one stop using the CCS adapter. I've seen all kinds of videos about the Electrify America charging station, and whether or not they're reliable. A bit of mixed reviews, so we're going to find out for myself. Two, we're going to use this new adapter. I've never used it before. Seems pretty plug and play, but we'll go from there. So let's just recap our trip here. Let me get the camera turned. So we're going to be heading from Dayton, Ohio, and I already have our Electrify America charging station in the map. Well, one of the things that's interesting when you use the Tesla superchargers, it tells you up at the top that you've got enough, and it'll tell you how much. Right now we're showing negative 39%, getting to a destination just outside of Chattanooga, where I'm going to do a little bit of mountain biking. And but we're going to stop at the EA station there in Kentucky just before going over the big mountains into Knoxville. So again, right now we've got about 4 hours till our first stop. We should get there with about 15% battery. If my memory serves, we should actually be a little bit more efficient. It's kind of a net, quite a bit of downhill, but we'll kind of see how it goes. We'll go there. So we'll let you know if this is a good idea or not using the CCS adapter. This is the Tesla branded one. I was able to get this through Harmui before they became available in the US. Now they're available in the US for about $250 in the Tesla store, assuming your car is CCS enabled. Mine is. And we'll go from there. Well, hopefully this is a good decision and is an uneventful trip. But again, if nothing else, we'll learn something, but we'll try the EA station. The good news is we have a previous trip that we did a few weeks ago where we can compare our costs. The temps are pretty much exactly the same. And so we can compare Electrify America to the Tesla charging station in real life with the new CCS adapter. So hey, I hope you all enjoy. Look forward to seeing you all on the trip, and we'll see what we can do. This may be a really bad idea. We're going to see if we can head from Dayton, Ohio to Chattanooga, Tennessee, over 400 miles using only this. Really sweet looking Lotus just came by. I think it's just gorgeous. There is something I love about crossing over a bridge into a new state. That is a lot of fun. So just going by through downtown Cincinnati. Autopilot does not do well. It tried twice to take a couple of exits that I did not want it to take, but nonetheless, that's why you keep your hands on the wheel and you pay attention. So far, making good time, and the trip is going well. As we enter into Kentucky, we've got quite a bit of uphill for the next several miles, and so we'll lose a lot of the efficiency that we've made. So right now, we're showing 302 miles of range, whereas our rated range is 243. So in my experience, we'll stay right at around the 243, if not a little bit better. So far, we've been averaging 226 watt-hours per mile, and we've gone about 50 miles. So now just getting ready to go up the hill on the other side into Florence. So overall, the trip's going well, and we'll report back as we get a lot closer. Right now, I've got the London supercharger in our destination. the Electrify America supercharger is just a few exits down the road past there. So what will happen as we get closer, around 11:20 is what this is projecting, the car will start to preheat the battery and it'll warm it up so that way it's ready to accept all those electrons at a really rapid pace. So hopefully we'll arrive there with a pretty low state of charge, and we'll see if we can get up to 250 kilowatts charging, which would be great because that will save us some time. So overall, trip's going well, traffic is very light, and it couldn't be a better day relative to the weather. Virtually no wind, temperatures are about 60 degrees right now, and just overall beautiful day and great road tripping weather in a Tesla. Well, hey, we'll report back as we get closer and give you an update. Well, we're about 30 miles from the Tesla supercharger, just stopped in Berea, Kentucky. You can see here the battery is preheating itself, getting ready to accept the electrons. However, it doesn't know that we're going to go a bit further past. So as you can see, it has us stopping, getting to London, Kentucky at 28%, and then getting to the EA station at 36%. So we should get to the EA station around 12 or 13%, which will be perfect for low state of charge, and hopefully we can get a hold of one of the 350 kilowatt supercharger DC fast chargers there to take advantage of the fast charging that both EA and EA purports to have, one, and two, that the car can accept. The adapter will charge at about up to 250 kilowatts. It's a nice cool day, and as you can see right now, it still thinks that we're going to need to stop a couple of times on our way south down to Kentucky in about 23 miles. So we're going to drive past the Tesla supercharger. We're going to commit and see what we can do. Hopefully the Electrify America station is working. You never know. This could be the world's worst idea or the world's best idea, but that's kind of what EV road tripping's about. So trying something new here using Electrify America for our trip down to Chattanooga, Tennessee. We'll come back to you and let you know how things are going. Well, we're committed now. We passed the London supercharger, and as you can see, I took that destination out, and it's telling us charging needed to reach destination. So we have our next stop, which is in Williamsburg, Kentucky, which is where the Electrify America charging station is located. We're going to get there with about 17% battery, which is perfect for some fast charging. Would like for it to be a little bit lower, but again, kind of take what you can get relative to supercharging. So we are 3 miles from Williamsburg, and we continue to be at our state of charge of about state of charge. Again, it's telling us we need to charge, and it's saying that we can go about 49 miles remaining, and this is kind of the little graph that's showing up. So anyways, getting ready to pull off here in Williamsburg, and we'll get to the EA station and see if we can charge. It looks like Charger 3's been working, and so we'll see what we can do there. All right, we'll pull up, get plugged in, and get ready to go. All right, let's get our charger here. Let's see if we can go get plugged in and see what we can figure out. Again, this is what the screen looks like. Looks like it's weather worn. And I'm going to go ahead and put the camera down, plug the CCS2 adapter in to the charger, and then we'll get it plugged into the car and then activate in the app. We pulled up here to the station. We've got the CCS charger, and I'm hearing a bunch of clicking and whirring. It's showing 32 cents a minute on the charger. And let's go ahead and turn around here and let's take a look at how it's plugged in. So it looks like we've got the charger plugged in to the adapter. Got the green light going, and let's get in the car and see what we're able to charge at. So it looks like right now we're charging at about 165 kilowatts, 166, and let's see how it just ramps up here, what we're able to get to. So it looks like we're going to cap out at 172 kilowatts state of charge. So far, EA coming through. It's actually working. We've got a Hyundai Ioniq 5 over there charging. You can hear the car's fan running, keeping the battery cool. It's picked up just a little bit there at 173. Well, we're here at a Walmart. Let's go ahead and get outside. We'll go take a walk around, get rid of some trash, and see what we can see around here. So overall, pretty nice station here, just in the middle of a parking lot. We've got, let's see, 4 different CCS chargers. The first one over there is 150 kilowatts. These two in the center are 350 kilowatts. And then this one you see is 150, and then it's also got Chattanooga as well, which is kind of an older technology, but if you've got a Leaf, you got to have it. So we're going to go ahead and go inside and check out the facilities, and we'll be back and let the car charge. So you may be wondering how you know when you have enough charge, because you only want to charge about as much as you need, because you don't want to pay extra for DC fast charging or supercharging when you can charge at your destination at your home. So right now my destination is showing that I'm going to get there with -7%. We're at 46% state of charge, and we've dropped to about 120 kilowatts charging rate, so still pretty good overall. We'll get that to be about 15 to 20%, so that way we can have some running around charge as we're running around the city here. But overall, so far, Electrify America, pretty easy to use. Not as intuitive with the Tesla user interface, because it only recognizes the Tesla superchargers in the trip calculator, so it kept trying to route me back around and saying you're not going to have enough charge, you're not going to get there, etc. But overall, in a pinch, or if it makes sense where you can get faster charging. Well, we're here still charging. We've got about another 13% state of charge ready to go, left to go. I had an opportunity to talk to the owner of the Ioniq 5, really nice guy. He's just got it about 3 months ago, said he bought it in New York. He was driving from Chicago all the way down to Knoxville, and he was charging here at EA. He said he loves Electrify America. It's always worked well for him. In buying the car, he got, I think it's the first 30 minutes are free. And so he's like, I'm just using Electrify America exclusively right now. He was charging on the 150 kilowatt charger. I just asked him out of curiosity, does the car charge at 350? Or he goes, yeah. He said it just charges too fast. He can't hardly use the restroom or get something to eat, so he wanted just the extra time to stretch his legs. So really nice guy. He said a lot of his friends have Tesla, and so he was going to have them check it out because he noticed I was here charging for the first time with the CCS adapter. So overall, the experience has been very good. It's worked exceedingly well, and the charging's going good. So right now, it's showing that we're going to get to our destination with about 13% state of charge. Let's go ahead and show you what we're looking at. So again, we're sitting at about 69% state of charge, and it's showing that we're going to get to our destination with about 14% battery. So we're going to let that go up to, I think, about 80% or the 81% mark. You'll see our state of charge has really come down, or our rate of charge has really come down now because of the as the battery gets more full, it really starts to slow down. The other thing that's interesting, which if you have a gas car, you don't think about it, because when you fill up a gas tank, it just kind of works, that your EV makes to cool the battery and to kind of thermal cool. So you get in, it's making all kinds of noises and whooshing sounds and thumping and other different things, which is very normal for an EV. But for first time, you know, switching over from a gas to an EV car, you're like, what is my car doing? So anyways, really nice guy. He was driving a Hyundai Ioniq 5 SE. It had about 250 miles of range, and it was kind of cool just learning a bit about his experience. And he said the EA has been great, reliability, and has worked well. So overall, good charging experience. We got about 9% left to go, and we'll go from there. Well, we've reached the state of charge that we need to go to. So on the Tesla superchargers, you press the button, but you don't want to do that here at Electrify America. So let me walk you through the process of what you need to do here. First, you need to go up to the charging icon, and you see how I just said it's just switched. You would usually hit stop, and then we're going to unlock charge port. And let's go outside and see if I can do this with one hand and see if I can take the charger out and see how it works. So we're going to pull this, and then we disconnected the adapter, and this big old clunky cable, get that hooked back in. And so overall, it looks like my charge was completely free. Well, thank you, EA. That was totally great. So it would have been about $10. So overall, totally awesome. Just to recap here, use the Tesla adapter, worked very well. Cool thing was Electrify America, totally free. And so got a $10 free charge. Bonus. I'm gonna do that again for sure. And we'll use EA again. So anyways, we're gonna get back on the road. We'll get to our destination with about 25% battery left. And we'll keep going on our trip. Thanks for joining us. Well, we made it here to the Enterprise South here at VW Nature Park. Getting ready to do some mountain biking and spin the legs out. The Tesla did great, exactly what Tesla said it would do in terms of range and overall really good trip. Getting ready to hit the trails. We'll see if we can get a few videos while we're out there, but just gonna enjoy nature and check my legs out. Well, just finished up a 10-mile bike ride here at Enterprise South. Feeling much better after sitting in the car for 6 hours and 45 minutes. And now just ready to put my feet up and get out of this car and get out of these clothes. Anyways, a lot of fun. I'll give you the stats in just a minute here. Thanks for coming along. Well, we made it to our destination. Really exciting and a great trip. Was so happy to get some mountain biking, and my legs were feeling dead after sitting in the car for such a period of time. So let's break down a few of the stats so that way you're interested, so that way you know exactly what took place over our trip using Electrify America. 396 miles traveled, average speed of 58 miles an hour. It took us 6 hours and 45 minutes. I stopped 3 times, one of those times to charge. I'll tell you about that in a second. Used exactly 98 kilowatts. When we charged at Electrify America, I added 183 miles or 48.5 kilowatts. Home charging, we we consumed 213 and 49 kilowatts. So that's about $5.14 to actually home charge. So that's the total cost of the trip because Electrify America was free, $5.14, or in case you are curious, less